testimony because a lot of you know that I was in school in 2 majors. I told you about I graduated in pharmacy, but I never mentioned the doctorate degree, and that's because I never went to do my 6 hours at the university. I told the lady, I said, I don't have a babysitter for him. I said, he will not stay with anyone. I said, he's screams with my mom. I said, my grandmother can't handle him. I said, and I don't know what to do. And she said, well, come and talk to me. So I had the kids, and I went down there, I had on blue jeans, t-shirt, tennis shoes. I'm going to talk to them. Yeah. When I get there, she said, first of all, she said, are you sure you want to do this? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, well, before we can counsel somebody, we myself must be counseled. Yeah. So I had to go through a counseling session, and I went in the room with the lady, and she said, you know what, you have some issues. And y'all don't look at me when I say that because we all have issues. We all got issues. And I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And she said, well, you can't counsel anybody and you have issues of your own. So you got to get your own issues straight. And I said, well, I'm just mad. And she said, what you mad about? How about you tell me? So I started telling her all the things I was mad about. I'm not going to hold you long. And she said, well, I have an experiment for you. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, I want you to hold out your hand. And so I held out my hand to her. And she said, here you go. And she poured this glitter in my hand. I'm looking at her. I'm like, going along with it. Anything to do that, to get my degree. So pour the glitter if that's what you must do. And she said, I want you to look at the glitter. And she said, that issue you have. She said, because I know it's deep down inside of you. She said, look at that glitter. And she said, think of that person's name and close your eyes. And I want you to blow on it and say, dust. Yeah. So I looked at the glitter. I thought of the name. I closed my eyes and I said, dust. And I said, woo! And she said, what's wrong? I said, that felt good. I said, let me do it again. So she did it again. And I did the same thing. I blew on it. And so after I blew on it, I looked at it and I kept staring at the glitter. I could hear her talk about it. She kept staring at the glitter. And I said, what's wrong? I said, I just can't get over it. I said, what's wrong? And she said, I don't know. I said, can I have that? She said, baby, it's just glitter. You can go buy glitter out the store. I said, no, can I have that? I said, you don't understand. I said, my mama has oil. I said, but it's just not the olive oil off the shelf. I said, oh, black. I said, you got glitter, but you got magic glitter. I said, because I feel good. And I want to tell you that I left those issues there, and I actually felt good. It was a marvelous experience, but my experience wasn't over. Notice that I had to do the 6 hours, and I wasn't able to. So she said, okay, I'm going to sign off on your counseling session. She gave my paper, and I went back, and it was, we call him Vanilla. It was a vanilla man there. And he came up, and she introduced me, not knowing there was the dean of the university. And she said, well, we're going to try you out and see if are you really ready. She said, do you think you can speak today? I looked, I said, sure. I'm thinking it's going to be 4 or 5 people in the room I'm going to talk to or whatever. I looked around the corner, and it was 250 students. And it wasn't like just straight back. It was like auditorium style students. So I looked around the corner, and I said, oh, Lord, what am I going to do? I said, I can't call Sam Hilbert. I said, I can't call her. I don't know what she is. She don't answer her phone no more. I said, Lord, what am I going to do? So I started hearing this in my head. And the only person I could see was you. I promise you. I could see you, and you were standing beside me, and I heard the song. You was like, come on, Mama Tracy, do it. And you just started jumping up. You was like, do it. And it was like you was getting hyped for a game or something. I was like, okay, well, do it, And we were just jumping. I could see this in my head, and I was like, okay, Lord. I said, I'm with you. And I kept hearing the song, I'm like, I can't call nobody, but I know I can call on Jesus. Yeah. So I knelt down and I said, Jesus, you got to help me. I said, I ain't got nothing to talk on. And then, New Year's Eve popped up in my head. I was so scared New Year's Eve. Y'all, I couldn't remember that. I had a paper, couldn't even read it New Year's Eve. And it was what the fear had set in it. And I said, Lord, don't do this to me. Yeah. I said, these are students up here that's going to be looking at me. And I said, I'm already not dressed right. Yeah. I said, so help. I said, you got to help me. Anytime Elijah be cutting up, Elijah hadn't cried, Elijah hadn't said a word. I said, okay, I got to do it. So I went in, and it was 5 chairs sitting at the bottom. So I knew the lady and the dean was going to sit in 2, but I'm looking at who's the other 3 chairs. And I saw these 3 white coats coming down the stairs. And the first thing that popped in my mind was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Okay. And she said, you got to talk to these people. And she said, I don't know what you're going to talk to them about. She said, but you got to go still pacing, back and forth. I can still see folks jumping up and down. I said, okay. So I walk in and she said, this is Tracy. She's trying to do whatever, don't take it personal, just listen to her or whatever. So I walked in, introduced myself, and so I started walking up the steps, and y'all know I've been having real bad trouble on my hip. So I climbed those steps like it wasn't nothing. I'm stepping in them, had on my tennis shoes and jeans, I'm running up and down, telling them about myself, And I asked for the girl's coat. I said, give me your coat. I got her coat. I said, give me your coat. I said, these represent the layers in my life. I said, all the weights I had to carry. I said, people hated me because I had long hair. People hated me because I talked right. I said, people hated me just because. I said, all these layers represent. I said, this ugly little caterpillar we see on the ground crawling. I said, but people fail to realize that ugly little caterpillar on that ground crawling gonna go through all the metamorphosis and change and turn into this beautiful butterfly that flies away. So I started taking off those layers. I said, Lord knew I needed to talk white because he knew I needed to have that background to talk white. I couldn't go in there talking ghetto to the people. I had to talk white. And I took off that coat. I said, that was one way. I said, the Lord knew I gotta have long hair because the man I was going to fall in love with was going to love long hair. So I had to have that long hair, so there was one more way. I said, the Lord knew also that he was not going to put in me the spirit of fear, but I was going to have power, love, and a sound mind. And when I got through talking to them, it was like I was talking to my sister, my brother, my mom, and my dad. It was like I knew all of them that was there. And I just rose to tell y'all that the kids, you can do anything that you want to. And no more will I be afraid. No more will I be afraid to tell what God wants me to tell people. Because the simple fact is that no matter what has went on, if I can talk to those 250 people, I definitely can talk to anybody.